Do you want to live forever? Do you want to live forever?
Alright, we are live, we're back in the game, it's level 42. So a couple of quick updates. One is not hardcore update, I'm still hardcore. We're on our way to 42. We get a very nice choice of spell. Where is it? 42. Death Coil. That's what I'm looking forward to. Death Coil at 42. And you can see I'm sucking the mana out of my imp at the moment, but we're in the Badlands. But yeah, so I'm progressing from Classic into TBC, but in Crusade I had a mage Warlock on the Horde side in the Classic, and then I was a Horde, the Australian server. Horde side was acting dead as shit. When the pandemic hit in March here in Australia of 2020, I jumped over and had the time and started leveling up my alliance characters and multi accounts, and got several mages actually, but 2 to 60 and a Pally, and then Fock, the Warlock, just before TBC started. Currently progressing in SSC and Tempest Keep, and what we've done there is we hit 10-10 I think several weeks ago, or no, actually I tell a lie, maybe the last 2.5-3 weeks, and we got 10-10, and then the last week just before the nerfs kicked in, oh, my apologies, we went through all of SSC in an hour and 20 in run, so that's all the bosses and killing Vash as well. And then we had KT to kill only in Tempest Keep, and we also one-shotted him as well, and that had been our fastest ever run as a guild in performance, and it was probably, yeah, statistically, stat-wise, you know, it wasn't so much some of us were big dick DPS number ones, it was that the the average DPS as a whole was high, so it necessarily wasn't 2 or 3 people just going, and look at us doing mega damage. It was actually a combined group, effectively, I don't know, it was a good 10-15% higher than there were other times, and that allowed us just to burn everything down so bloody fast. As a friend who messaged me and said he was looking at the logs and he just saw that our lowest DPS would be in their top 5. I was like, holy shit. And I forget how good a team we got, and we got some incredible players who developed and who were always there. It was just a matter of getting the gear and the items. We've had everything drop. I think it's been 13, 14 weeks, and not once has Fang dropped in SSC for us. But last night, so 7 PM Eastern Australian time, Queensland time, and 8 PM New South Wales Victorian time, there's both on the East Coast, we started Tempest Keep, and we basically didn't know how to handle it, because we just AoE smash all the trash, and then the bosses as well. I think we literally just took massive top off our DPS kill times for Alar. Half of us got slaughtered on Voidwalker because we're retarded, and we blew away the Solarian Archmage, or whatever she is, the third boss. And then we actually wiped on KT because we were all just stunned how quickly we just burnt through all the bosses, the mini bosses, and the trash. And we couldn't. We were like and we nearly killed KT with it. Just so many stuff ups. And so, but then the second pull, we basically sort of, I think, 75% refocused, and because it was so ridiculously easy, we just completely overpowered the mini bosses, which, you gotta, it's tough when they can just take your blast, but they were just wiped. And then we just focused KT and absolutely burned him down, and I was lucky enough to get the neck variant here that turns into the DPS neck. And it's hilarious to hear that the guildmaster who won it the week before, the joke in the guild is he has 9 sets of gear because he's a smart man. He's the only warrior, has been the only warrior in the raid comp, and so he's had not much comp for his gear. So he's literally got 9 sets of gear in this phase. And as I won my neck last night, he then said, "Oh yeah, I got that last week, and yeah, mine's in my bank." And I was just like, hang on, mother beeper, you won it last week, and you put it in the bank." He's got so much stuff. But anyone that's semi-decent at raiding should actually be able to get 10-10. Oh, good lord. 10-10. Pretty straightforward. It is it's a lot easier, and I think we'll see a tremendous amount of people hitting 10-10 in guilds that might have been stuck at 8-8. I think 8-8 it's still quite difficult, but with these nerfs, you should be getting 10-10, even if you're pretty bad. Anyway, so classic TBC, classic Season of Master, we're still plugging away. Basically, I've got a combination of, what I call Gear of the Eagle, even though it's not called that, but some of it is. Some of these are quest related, and some of these are going back to Elite Quest to get like the pants and stuff like that. But predominantly it's high stamina, high intellect. Sometimes it has some spirit in it, which is nice. I predominantly always go with high stamina and intellect over anything else, simply because if I don't have mana I can't cast, and if I don't have enough life I'm dead. And I did the Warlock quest, and I was able to get my staff, and it gives me a little bit of mana, a little bit of stamina, and a lot of shadow damage. Oh, good lord. I've been up since 6 o'clock and my brain's struggling at the moment. And we got some nice cuffs. got this back at level 20 something, like 29 actually, and yeah, I've just used WoW Classic, WoW Head to look for items, and where are they dropping, or is it quest related, then going after them and target them, or killed rares. My spec has changed. I respec'd at 36, and as I said in my previous video, I've effectively swapped the drain tank, and I will, because of disconnections, and not that I've had one, will have my succubus out, because if I go down, the succubus is still going to do damage, whereas my imp at the moment, I sort of turn his fire off because I'm trying to suck all his mana out. But we might have it on just for this video. But I respec deep into Affliction to get Dark Pack, and it's not so much it's given me a huge boost in DPS, but it's allowing me to just replenish myself so quick it's not funny. Hence why I turn off the imp, because he's the best battery. The succubus isn't bad. She's great at being a soft tank. Of course, you don't use it with the Void Walker, because without mana, Void Walker is useless. He doesn't do much. But he's great at being a tank, as long as you don't dot up too much. And now I'm putting points into the Demonology tree for survivability, so we'll go 5-5 to get the 15% stamina buff. Technically at 41, I could basically respec where I don't get Dark Pack and I don't get Shadow Mastery. I get Siphon Life, and then I can go 11 points. Nothing in Demonology, but I can go 11 points and get it Shadow Burn. And but I'm enjoying Dark Pack too much, so this may be a case of me just playing this morning and not talking and just doing some questing while you watch and all the rest of it. Oh, hey, you lost. Sorry, mate. I just didn't see you there, bud. Give me a second. I'll just... Okay. Oh, let me get my... Okay, let me just turn that music off. Oh. Was this, sorry, died at 30, so having a break from it? Yes, one of my, I think I was just talking about a friend of mine that, well, we started off in the same classic WoW guild back a year or so ago, I think, and we swapped through a different couple of guilds, and then he went his way, and then in TBC I joined supposedly his top guild, and man, they're absolute shit. But I left them ages ago, and we're talking shit. Oh my god, started TBC the first week or so. And the reason I'll bring him up is they were full of, the guildmaster was a Warlock, and I could tell straight away he was going to be a gear whore and make my life difficult, so I just said fuck this, I'm out, and I proved right, because he's proven to be a dickhead. But my mate stayed in him. But the reason I bring him up, he was doing well Season of Mastery 2, and we were actually in the same hardcore guild, but he didn't realise Koala Farmer was me. And then, because he was talking quite a bit, and because he called himself the same name he calls himself in TBC, I started to take the piss out of him, and then I just said, look, hey, by the way, I'm such and such, and he sort of went, son of a bitch. And but where I'm going with this is that Lost it. He like yourself, and don't take this as I'm having a go at me. He's been playing mages, and he's been trying to AoE farm on hardcore as a hardcore character, and he gets levels up pretty quick. But he was dying at level 17, level 18 to the certain areas in Westfield. So then he went other areas, and he was getting. And the thing is, he's AoE farming, and his gear is shit. The mage is still able to do quite a bit of damage and pull a lot of mobs, but because you don't have a high health pool, it's tough even if you have some good gear. And that's what was happening. He was getting killed. So I told him, you do realise when I was multi-boxing my classic mages at the start back in, was it middle of, like back in April I think 2020, I said they were arcane based, but I single target everything because at the time, because I was multi-boxing, it was hard to do AoE. So that's how I did it. And then once I learned how to AoE with multiple mages, yeah, of course that, I've got two mages, okay, and one button, they're both casting AoE spells, it's very deadly. But I said to him, as you got into level 60, you couldn't AoE farm certain mobs, you had to single target them. So I had to give up AoE to single target farm mobs in Silithus as an example, otherwise I would have been killed or died. Chest hungry on the dwarf. Okay, yeah. Well, he's died like, I got to be honest, I don't want to. Yeah, I think he's died maybe 8 to 10 times on, I think 5 or 6 times as mages, a couple of times as a hunter. I think he started a warrior, and I think he died in his warrior 3 times, and I think he was going to start a rogue, and I told him, stop fucking around, just make a warlock. but he's taken a break too, because very simply he was investing a lot of time getting to level 20, 30, and dying basically. So, and what I was saying to him is that what I saw was that I said, one, I haven't been in a race to get to 60. Honestly, I think I could have, I could be easily, if I didn't level, I got, I played a rogue. Rogue's still sitting at level 20. I haven't played him since. But if I take what I did with the rogue and the other couple of, the warrior, and that, I'd probably be an extra 5 levels or something on this warlock, but maybe higher. But what I've done is, and I've said it in the past couple of streams, is I bully areas. I purposely get 2 levels above. I come back, and I swear to God, the aggro range is so huge. If you're 2 levels higher than the mob, I can literally walk up to them. When I'm the same level as them, or they're a level or 2 above me, they fucking run across the screen to get me. And what that means is I get to pick the fight. I get to start the fight, and that's a whole different ball game. And I've nearly been killed, even though I've been, stronger. But I've had 3 mobs pull on me, and yeah, they've never killed me because it's 3 mobs. I wasn't expecting it, and yeah, it's just the way it is. And then sadly, in this particular guild, 3 guys in their early 50s died. So that really affected the guild because they'd been the highest level dudes in the guild. And what's this? I wasn't in a race either. Once you get around 30, if you're not stupid, it's quite hard to die. Okay, that's what I was doing. Oh, you have, because you get in trouble. There's that. Yeah, warriors. Yeah, warriors have got it. Yeah, and what I I have said that to the guild members because there was one evening, mate. I'm telling you, Lost, that as I was pushing to get to 40, so I was breaking my own rule. I was fighting mobs that were 1 to 4 levels higher than me, and we'll just kill this. Ah, so this is the downside of the imp. If I use him, I get a nice stamina buff, and he's casting fire. He uses all his mana. Yeah, there was just as I was racing to 40, I started breaking my own rule because I was fighting mobs between 1 to 4 levels above me, and that's pretty fucking stupid and hardcore. And I was doing elite quests as well, and I was going into caves because I was trying to get to 40 fast. And I thought, I'm gonna die here if I keep doing this. So I sort of just slowed down, and as I went, no, fuck it, I'm gonna push. In that short window over a space of 3-4 hours, 3 or 4 level 50s died, and then a couple of a level 33 and a couple of 20s in the and this hardcore raid guild is not full of hundreds of people. There's usually 15 people, and a lot of those guys now have gone on break now because they've put a lot of effort in and then they've died, or they were getting up to level 20s and 30s and dying, and this poor priest got to 33 and he kept asking me, and I just warned him, just I haven't played a priest, but just bully the area, mate. Just make sure you're high enough or above everything. And it sounds like he got chest greedy too. He went into a cave and he went into a cave or something, and and he was making his way to what is it? Oh, hang on, let me look on the map here. What's it called? I can't believe my brain's not working this morning. Needles, 1,000 Needles. And he died. Where is he? Where is it? Oh, hang on. He died. So he's coming into Darkshore. He's gone into Ashvale, and as he's going through Ashvale, here's the road. And I warned him, watch out for the PvP horde down here. And I said, but if you go to the right, you can get past him. But for some reason, instead of going down here, he's gone off and he died over here somewhere, chasing a chest or something. And he was 33. But yeah, look how much mana I just sucked off that. But what's this? Uninstall? What the hell? Yeah, no, actually, a guy, his name was Moist. He was doing. This is what he was doing. He's playing a paladin, and he would only stay on the first continent. He wouldn't do any quests on the next continent, and he's trying to get to level 60. And he was killing the skeletons in Eastern Plague Lands, and all he could do, it's because he used up a lot of the quest, and I didn't realise he was only staying on one I have no idea why he was doing this, but he wanted to be able to level on one continent to 60. And I think that it was suggested that he was getting impatient or frustrated because there was no quests left, and he was trying to grind mobs faster and faster on a pally, and he pulled a high level skeleton lord or something like that, and it resisted his spells, and he then got absolutely slaughtered, and he died, and he took a break for 5 minutes, and when he came back he just had a meltdown. As you would do. Yeah, he said that he isn't going to do that again, and I didn't realise he was doing that until he started openly saying it, that he was doing that. And then but with all the people dying recently in this hardcore guild, like it was a lot of them over a short space of time, and a lot of people in their 20s and 30s. Actually, while I'm talking, I'm gonna, where is she? I'm gonna bring my bloody succubus up. Um, what was happening is
Now what?
just because you can do something once doesn't mean you can do it again. But people were jumping from Elwyn Forest into Westfall, and then they were going into areas and zones like it was retail, it doesn't matter if you die, honestly. Okay, it costs you money to repair or whatever, but you're dead, you're dead. Whereas in retail, or classic, but in hardcore, you die, you're dead. And what was happening, I kept saying to people, guys, you're pushing the areas and you're trying to level like it's normal, and you just got shit gear. You're gonna die. So, and okay, we'll just do these quests. Oh, here we go. Who's this? Oh, we perfectly buffed each other. I think. No, you buffed yourself. Fuck.
Let's get this party started.
He got to level 53 or 54. So that's not bad. But I think in the end he was just grinding skeletons, and I did suggest to him that he go AoE tanking, but I just don't think he had the gear to do it properly. Because when in classic, once I hit level 50, I AoE'd leveled. While doing dungeons as well, if that makes sense. Yeah, he did. Yeah, look, he was leveling quite fast too. So I don't know, he put I think a lot of time in. Because he was level 40, I think I was level 20 or something, and he got to 40 pretty bloody quick. So he must have, the speed he was leveling, I don't know, he was. Well, let's just say when he died, he came back and started leveling. I don't know what class it was. It might have been a hunter, and he got to level 10, and then actually, I think he got to level 20 and then died. And then started again, and but then he came back and wrote this whole thing about it just in the guild chat, just being depressed, and he was so upset with himself or something. So I just said, mate, I understand it's a lot of effort, and sorry to hear. But I haven't seen him online, though I don't know his character, honestly. Soul of Honor. Okay.
Never felt so good.
No, but yeah, that's the funny thing you talk about is, as I said, my old raid guild realm partner that I was talking about earlier. He said, "Oh, I'm not doing," because he's lost probably a dozen hardcore characters, as I said, and he said he's going to focus on TVC so he can get 10-10. And after we did the raid last night, like, we were already 10-10 as a guild, my guild. His guild was 8-10, and I jokingly said to him, dude, you'll be 10-10 in 5 minutes. Honestly, it's that fucking easy. And we're talking about SSC, Tempest Keep. But he said, yeah, he wasn't going to do hardcore anymore simply because. What the hell? What's this? FYI, Blizzard had a couple of unannounced disconnects earlier. They had a message that might occur until 12. It's gone, so maybe they're done. I nearly died with the first one. The holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah, okay, well that's probably why I should have my succubus out. He must be... where is he? So this guy here, he's been playing non-stop, man. He he's about level 20 when I was level 29, and I hit 40 and I didn't play for a few days. And he leveled right up to level 36 or 37, and I got to 41, and now he's only 40, so... Yeah, well, that's why I didn't go hardcore on hardcore, because I was never going to play it anyway, and then I just have really enjoyed the leveling process, which is actually quite scary. Because I should be leveling up a classic TBC, sorry, my TBC mage is 66, who's very close to 67, and all this effort I've put in with hardcore, I'd say he'd be 70 by now. And shit. So it looks like he's talking about the other warlock that's in this. Oh, you're joking. What the hell? I lost the character 20 at Blizzard and says early like 24 in my guild, 30, 40s and 50s. Yeah, if you're on the American servers, what is it? Obsidian Edge, there's shitloads of players on there. Yeah, so that's why the best what do you call it, drain tanking for Dark Pack quest leveling demon for me is actually the imp, because the imp gives me a 5 shield, gives me a 200-300 extra life through blood pack, but because I want to suck his mana away, I turn off his fire, because he doesn't do it. But the problem is he doesn't do any damage without access to fire or using his mana, and it defeats the purpose of having him as a drain tank pet. Whereas a succubus, as you can see, I've turned off most all of her abilities, which means no mana drain, but she can still do melee. So well, that's the reason I got the succubus up. So that's why, you know, the way you were talking, and next thing he's just told me. Yeah. Yeah. I might have gotten up a couple hours too early. I'm struggling, but what quests do we got here? Ah, yes, those that. Might as well make our way down here. Okay, the rock elementals. Yeah. So as you can see, if I get a chance to dot up, and she's on defensive, so if I do get attacked, I can hopefully. Soon.
Let's get this party started.
But it's obvious. Did I get my free Warlock mount? Are you serious? Why would I want a free mount? That's outrageous. Well, see my mana? Normally, as we're fighting, I'm doing this. So I don't even have to life tap. So this is drain tanking. It's quite effective leveling, but in TBC, it's like on steroids times 50 because of the new abilities. Every dot you have on a target, and your drain life spell goes up. Now, what I've done is I pump 5 into 10% extra drain life with siphon life, but then I get 10% extra shadow damage, which then improves siphon life, drain life because it's a shadow spell, and I got 10% on it. So I should be getting 41 drain per life. Now I'm getting 51, but
Let's let us
so we're just gonna do this. And these mobs are lower than me. I'm 41. These are 37. So what we'll do is I'll pull her back. I'll tell her to go after him. I'll drain her mana. I'll wand a bit. And with the Warlock, I've almost got unlimited power. I was actually going to do a little video because, you know, my DPS hasn't gone up, but it means my sustainability has. But it's range. She has to be in range of me. Oh, you cheeky bastard.
never felt so
I'll pull her back to me because I want to drain her mana off me. I'll send her off to kill. I'll keep pulling the mana. Let that other mob go. I need. Look, see, he's resetted. He ran so far away. Ah, shit. Yeah, so drain tanking, if you haven't played a Warlock on retail, so if you're playing Classic and you can access the auction house, this is a spec that leveling, you just suck the life out of it. In TBC, if you go through my videos, I think if the video you want to see the TBC version of this, it's called Farming Primals, and the Burning Crusade video, I think it's got about 5,000 views or something, 6,000 views. It's about 3-4 months old, but that's the drain tanking in TBC, which is even better. And of course, the better gear you got, guess what? The better you are. And I can actually just stand still and drain the life and not lose life, but what was I going to say? Two things is that I need to get my talent to 215. I think I'm 160 or something. What is my oh, no, that's first aid. 172. Then I can make shadow gear. There's a shadow, because each piece comes with about 20 shadow damage on it. Not much stamina or anything else, but it's a huge DPS increase. But the problem is, I don't know if it increased my survivability though. Yeah, so drain tanking for Warlock is level 38. Is the it's not level 40. It's level 38 for a Warlock and drain tanking because very. All right, I'm gonna pull her back. We'll send her in. Drain him off. Level 38 is when you get big increase to your drain life. Now there's something here I'm just showing you now. See how close I am to this mob? And my demon was near her. Because he's 37, he has an aggroed. If I was 37, we would have aggroed that mob. And that changed. Oh, here we go. level 45 elite. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so if you want to do drain tanking, I think it's effective from, I think 36. Well, actually, no, I swapped over to it at level 36. You can start earlier. Actually, I'm just going to stay away because he's level 45. I don't want to particularly get myself
Let's
killed.
get this party started.
So you can see the green. 51 is my life drain and 25 is my siphon life going off. So I'm getting... And then you get instant cast Shadow Bolt, which is Shadow Trance, which I love. So that's Nightfall. So basically, every time your corruption dot is ticking, and every time you're drain lifing, you got a 4% chance of making your Shadow Bolt instant cast. And it can go off as many times as possible. I think the most I've ever had go off is 4 times fighting a mob. Of course, 4 times means the mob's quite high, but this spec in retail with good gear, you're drain tanking 4 or 5 mobs at once. So, if you've not experienced drain tanking before. And Dark Pact means I can just drain the mana off my demon, and because she can melee fight, it means she can still DPS and be a little bit of a tank for me. So I've already done that quest. Oh my god. What's this? Rock shards. Alright, let's go get this. Whoa, we've got another... Oh shit, that's a very high... what the fuck? What level's that? The hell? 55? Fucking hell. I'd never known there was a level 55 elite in this zone. Jesus. Okay. Run away. There we go. I knew I was going to trigger these guys. Oh, there's another one. 2. I love that. That type of thing increases my DPS a hell of a lot. Multiple Shadow Trains. Okay, we're gonna run wide around old Vulture Elite. Actually, is he still on? Let me just message this guy. I've said this before. I keep forgetting I've got a horse now. Fucking Jesus. I think I was about 10 minutes after I got this horse. I was running around for about an hour, and as I was coming back to the starting zone, to this flight point, I realised I just spent 80% of my time riding around, walking around when I could have been riding. Good old Rep Pally doing his job. What's this? Hang on, what's that there? Another rare mob. Yeah, no, we don't wanna. I don't wanna fight, even though I could probably kill it. Oh! Oh, he's attacked us. Alright, we're gonna double dot this boy. There we go, got a Cloak of the Wild. 6 stamina, 6 spirit. We got 6 stamina, 3 agility, I suppose. That's slightly better. Would have been nice if it was the eagle. So... yeah, well, I keep forgetting, mate. I'm just so used to walking in this classic, in hardcore at the moment. It's not something I do normally. Normally you get a mount, I think this is the slowest I've had to play because, oh, what have we god, what levels are these? 40. Okay. These should all die pretty
Let's give this
quick, I
party
think.
started.
40% to go. Okay, we need to create some bag space. What can we get rid of? What is it? Shit. How many soul shards I've got? 9. That's too many. All too many. Oh no, that's worth a bit of money. What the hell is that for? Ah, I should have put that on my demon. What was I thinking? Okay. Now all these... I just did an iron forge on it. Okay. Fair enough. So this guy's actually hit me quite hard. Oh, I did life tap actually twice. So at the moment, I'm just pressing one button, which is my 4 button. This is my 3-dot special. Why is that not upgraded? Oh, no, that is right, sorry. Hang on. Life tap. Drain life, life tap, drain life. Okay, no, that's right. I've saved it for okay, yeah. So basically, this is my 3-dot special. So what happens is I press the button, and if a mob's in front of me, it'll and in range, it'll target it and send her after it. I'm just pulling her back. But if I'm in range with my affliction spells, it will then cast sequence, siphon life, curse of agony, life tap. So here's an example of 1, 2, sends her in. I'll life tap, then I'll life drain, just pressing all the same button, and then I'll life tap again, and then I'll drain life again. And then I manually pressed Shadow Bolt. Well, I gotta be honest, I was gonna sit around on Iron Forge myself, but
Never felt so good.
but it's so much fun to level as a drain tank that I got to 41. And my downtime is pretty over very quickly. So what we'll do is I'll send her in. I'm not going to put all my dots on. I'll just see if she can still aggro back. I don't think she can. Alright, she actually did. With 1 dot. Alright. Normally I would play like this. I'm actually pretty bloody tired. I'll send her in and I won't put any dots on her at all. I won't put any dots on the target. And I pull her back so that I don't aggro anything, because these these mobs are quite close to my level. So you can see on the threat counter, she's doing quite well, but I'm gonna pull it straight off her. Even with my Void Walker, I have to be very slow, because I pull even with the shit gear I've got, there's no way the Void Walker can hold aggro against me at the moment, because the Drain Life is a healing spell, so it creates threat through healing, but also it's a DPS spell, so it's like triple threading. So it's a great way to get aggro. Oops, I didn't realise she's nearly dead. Let's give her a heal.
Let's have some fun.
And me healing her creates aggro too, so when it's fighting a mob.
Let's get this party started.
Oh shit. And the best way to use your demon is obviously as a tank, because her life gives you more life. So I'm just going to drain life her, get back up to 100% mana, then we're going to start dotting.
Never felt so good.
Oh, he resisted. Okay, we're nearly 100% life, mana's down to 70. Back to 100. Downtime. Downtime is almost not a thing. Lose your pet in a fight, it's a whole different kettle of fish. Oh, I better be careful, I'm getting a bit cocky. Come on, mate, where are you hiding?
Let's have some fun.
Shadow Trails.
Well, I didn't realise that was taking up half my bloody screen here. Let me just put that over here. Oh. I'll put that in the corner.
Let's get this party started.
And the ultimate thing is to fear everything. But it is the way to die too. Oh, 2 shadow transfers in a row. Game over. Oh, 3! Loving it. Okay. Clip that, baby. What the hell? Oh, yeah, I fucked myself.
Being alive never felt safe.
I think there's a vendor around here somewhere. Oh, have I completed this quest already? Holy Jesus. That's the thing about the drain tank spec. You're so efficient, you just punch through quests, man. Okay, let's... Full mana. Let's get on a horse. A Dreadsteed. Sorry, Fellsteed. Dreadsteed's the epic version. Which I never got, which I didn't bother to get in Classic because I got my Warlock right, started my Warlock right at the very end of Classic. And being, I didn't want to spend 300 to 400 gold to level it, buy it. When I knew I had to get epic mount, epic riding, and then I needed epic riding to get flying, so I didn't want to spend the gold, but I've got 10k gold on my TBC account, so it's yeah. Alright, let's do a bit of skinning. Let's make this money. Is there any more dead mobs here? No.
Potential customer!
Okay, let's get rid of that. Actually that sounds like a pretty good way to scare motherfuckers off. Let's get rid of that. Okay, that. What's that? Well, I'm not gonna be making that, am I? So let's just get rid of that. Flash 1, natural damage. God.
Glad I could help!
Who wanted this quest? Oh, he's over there.
Hey! Be seeing you.
Is this an elite quest or am I? See what level these guys are. Who wanted that done? Oh, that's 2 quests. Bailout region. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, thanks Rosalind Page. Promote your porn. Jesus Christ. Oh, bloody hell. What level are these mobs? 40, okay. I'm 41. Still chasing me. I think this would be a good place to farm silk. Okay, let's get up here. What level are you big boys? 44. Let's just see how we go. 44. Ah, so already resist my spells. Oh, resisted again. There we go. Nice little sneak. Right, let's go down this big fella. I'm out of mana. Gotta get my face punched in. Wow. See, now that I've got mobs. I took a bit of an ass beating there. Because those mobs can aggro against me. And before you know it, you're swamped. Very careful. 43.
Let's get this party started.
Let's pull her back. Get in there. Oh. That'll help. Pay attention. Oh, there's an elite here. Okay. Resisting my spells. It's an easy quest, but I think I'm going to come back later because it's going to take me too long to get through it. The mobs are 4 levels higher than me. Oh. 3 levels higher than me. There might be a bucket load of ogres walking around here, I think. From memory. Where are we? Ah. Speak of the devil. Level 38. Oh. I've aggroed 2 of them. I was going to say, how the feck? How the feck have I fecking fecked? That's alright, that's alright. I've done this run to this dungeon so many times. There's a wall golem here? I've never seen it. Oh, it must be underground. Can't imagine a wall golem just walking around there, personally. Yeah, so in the previous screening of the video, you would have seen some drain tanking leveling. It's the fastest and efficient way to quest, honestly, as a warlock, and especially I think in the Seasons of Mastery, it'll allow you to punch through, focus on getting gear, that is stamina and intellect, and there's quite a few quest items that do pay that, and just target rares, mostly rares that are lower than you because they got buff life, but by killing them either they drop unique items that are always there, or chance to drop, or they'll drop a green, and it's a good way to sort of gearing yourself up. I personally didn't realise there was that many rares in WoW Classic. I actually thought rares only came in much later and different not the amount of rares that are. I didn't realise there's like, well, let's have a look at the map. just this one area. Look at all the rares. Massive. Hang on. I'm back in safe territory now. Let's go to kill here. In the Barrens. That's how many rares are in this area. And each one of those either drops, as you can see, I'm using an add-on that tells me this. Drops that particular item, chance, or they'll drop a green if it doesn't say something. Now the question is, are they up? If other people are farming them, the mobs may be dead. So that's the thing. On a better server, you're probably gonna. When I say better, I mean fuller. At the moment, this Australian Lionheart server is pretty light. So.
You got my attention.
Yeah,
Off with you.
not gonna go in that high spawning area on my own. I won't live long. I think the mobs are elite in there. Alright, well, I've been up since the crack of dawn, 6 o'clock. Go make some breakfast. Oh, I might go back to bed for a bit. Anyway, that is leveling, and hopefully our mate hits 40. Oh, he went offline, didn't say anything. Okay, or maybe he did. But anyway, no dramas. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back. Yes.